So yeah, it's a bit surreal all this, isn't it? Can't believe I'm doing it. So yeah, I was up to 600. What was I up to? £600? Just over £600 and 35 donations, which is amazing. I can't believe that. I can't believe that I've had that many people supporting me. So it's amazing. Yeah, just a little bit to say that. I had this crazy idea when Sinead O'Connor passed away, because I did, and I just felt really helpless. I think you do when something like this happens. We can see your face, thanks Mal. Yeah, when something like that happens, it's really difficult, you know, to process the feelings that we have. And I guess mine is always to think of something to make it right. And it felt like a good idea when it happened. And I'm kind of almost regretting it, but I'm doing it now anyway. It's been a bit of an emotional day anyway, because on my timeline today, and I'll post it after, was a picture of me and Julie. And I guess her birthday is tomorrow, and Julie, if you don't know who she was my niece, and she was my nephew's sister, and we loved her very, very much. And she tried to take her own life, and she had a liver transplant, and she was able to live for 12 years more. And it was in a time when we didn't really understand how to talk about things, or you know, how to ask difficult questions. I think now that I've become a Samaritan, it's changed my view on this significantly, because you know, we've got to start opening the conversation about difficult things. The work that I've been doing with the Co-Alk Alliance, with the amazing women that I've been working with, Mandy Naylor, Nicola Smurden and Nicola Abraham, who've all lost their sons in the come down from cocaine and alcohol. And one of the biggest things we've learned, and what we learned in the conference, was the fact that people don't want to talk about difficult things, and they might want to scroll past. I wouldn't. Julie told me about her what she wanted when she was going to pass away, and I would not look at it. We're all frightened to death. We don't want to talk about it. And I wouldn't look at this box that she'd prepared for us with all the stuff in. And I didn't look until after she died, and then it all went a bit Pete Tong then, because you're doing it in shock, and then you find out that things aren't quite as straightforward as you thought they were going to be. So if anybody's watching today, well, there is quite a few on, I think, 27. That's fantastic, good 30. God. 30. Whew. What I want you to do is start having open conversations about difficult things, about death, about what happens when, because we're all going to go one way or the other. The other thing to have difficult conversations with is addiction, whether you have an addiction to shopping, addiction to food, like me, through comfort eating, whether it's an addiction to alcohol or drugs. Even if you don't think you're addicted, if you've got things that you're struggling with, then make sure that you're talking to the people who are closest to you, love you. And they might not say what you want to hear them say. As a parent, sometimes it's difficult to listen without judgment or listen without fixing. And I think that's one of the biggest things I've learned since being a Samaritan, is that we don't always have to fix things. Sometimes it's just a case of just giving people the space to talk and not judging on that. And then maybe saying something like, well, okay, let's see what we can do together. So, yeah, this is why I'm doing this today, put myself through all this ridiculousness. So if you're still watching, I think there's 37. What time is it here?
It's 3:59.
3:59. So shall we wait about 5 minutes just in case there's any latecomers? Can I say hello to Mags? Now this lady, this is my amazing cousin. Right. And let me just tell you that we only actually met in the flesh.
2014.
2014. And through your pain, well, before then, let's forget the painful bit.
Yep.
Before the painful bit, we just liked each other, didn't we?
Yep.
We clicked.
We clicked.
As I do with quite a lot of you who's watching.
Hi everybody. I'm Maggie the first. She's Maggie the second, if you know her as Maggie. And she's visiting me in my home in Western North Carolina. Just so instead of saying here's and jumping into
do you want to say a little bit? Because this is for as much Julie as it is for Adam.
I don't think I could.
No, that's okay. So if you get to watch the others, we can tell the story there, can't we?
Sure.
And yeah, it's for anybody that's lost anybody, and that includes, you know who you are, okay? Not my stories to tell, and I love you very much. So, yeah.
Okay, Valley, you good. You can do this.
Right, should we play a tune? Let's talk about the bees. I went up to the beehive earlier.
Yeah, tell them about the beehive.
Tell them about the beehive. So I went up to the beehive earlier, and I faced another fear, and there was all these bees flying at me from everything. And I thought I was going to get stung, and I thought I was going to get eaten alive by angry bees, because there was a hell of a lot of them came out of that swarm. And yeah, I've lived to tell the tale, so here we are. So is Pete Nuttall on? Because he's the one that I got into trouble for not mentioning that he was on before. So if you're there, Pete, say now, because I can't start till Pete's on. Who have we got on? I've got a lot of people there. 35, 36. There's a thing that's saying, yep, here we go. Oh, don't start till he's on. You'll never forgive me.
Well, he's got to be present to win that.
Yeah, he's in Portugal. He's sunning himself in Portugal, so hopefully he's knocked Madonna up a bit and said.
Yeah, Peter's here. We're here from Portugal, Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, are they on?
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yep, he's here.
Oh, I
Yes,
think
of course.
38
Of course
watching.
we're, he says.
He said what?
Yes, of course we're here. Well done, mate.
Okay.
Right. Shall I do the first one?
Yeah. You just turn that knob right there.
We're going to start with the big one, and then we'll go smaller, apparently, because Maggie's friend Caroline is a Buddhist monk. So, yeah, does it go that way up or that way up? Oh.
This is her first time doing this and my first time doing this, so we have no idea what the hell we're doing. Okay, so turn it on there, and then this it goes on your scalp.
Right, okay. So we'll just do the first one, you can do the rest of it.
Okay.
Look at Ollie's face. He's totally bemused by it all.
Okay, to the side.
To the side, hang on. Holy frog. Sorry. Holy guacamole. Oh, did it take anything? Oh my God. Shit.
Yeah,
this
you
is
don't
real.
look like the guy from the Grinch. Your hair's
So if
just...
I do the first one and you do the second one, is it?
Yep.
And get it down a bit.
Oh, you're going to do the first one?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
It's quite nice, isn't it,
Yeah.
actually?
Woohoo!
I've done quite a few firsts on this holiday. It was meant to be a bit of a brain reset for me, and I think we can safely say that the brain is reset. How are we looking? I'm glad I can't see my face on this. Whew. Should have had Nerry here. She'd have bloody took it off for me.
Oh, but happy to take it off.
It's quite therapeutic, actually.
Well, sod whoever it is that could be here to take it off, because I'm here.
Hang on. You can have a go now. Look, I've got... Oh, Christ, that came off of my hand. How am I doing?
Great. Yep.
Right, so is everybody happy that I've got this bit done? How's it looking? Oh, fuck. Sorry for any kids watching. They should know not to watch when I'm on anyway.
Esther Megan says you're making me want to do this. I talked myself out of it last year.
Oh, there's a lot of grey there, isn't there? Bloody hell. So is everybody, oh gosh, it feels really weird. I have got an egg-shaped head as well. Right, Mag, you're on.
Okay.
Oh. Holy moly. Oh, right,
Yeah.
so. Hey, wouldn't it be good if a bear turned up in the woods now? We've been waiting for a bear to come and see us. We have bears here and elks.
Tell them about Dollywood.
Oh yeah, well if you haven't seen the pictures of Dollywood yet, yeah, we went up to Dollywood for the weekend, which was absolutely incredible. I thought when they said we were staying, we were going to stay in like a little motel, and it had all this great big dream resort, Dreammore Resort. Oh my God.
Well, you know in America we do it big.
Yeah, you do it big.
You go big or you go home.
We definitely did it big.
Okay, Magster. We've got really the majority of the long stuff.
Go down with it. Maybe a little attachment.
Yep, I got it right here. Okay. Ooh.
Flipping heck.
Interesting. Okay.
That feels really weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's going to take you a while to get used to that.
People were asking if I was going to get through customs because of my passport. But from working at the photo lab, I can tell you that we have biometric passports now. So they don't actually take your hair into consideration. In fact, I had to tuck mine all behind my ears before they would accept it. So I don't look as if I've got much hair on my passport anyway now. But yeah, it takes it from your face, which is why you can't have hair in your eyes, or you've got to be facing a certain way because it's biometric passport. I can see comments, but I can't.
There's a bit of a delay.
It was 40. I can see there's 40 people on.
Yep.
Good God.
Second Jill says, "Oh my God, you're crazy."
Yeah, I think that's... I've definitely got the t-shirt for that.
Don't like it.
Who said that?
No, put it back. Don't like it. Mandy Naylor, you got this, beautiful. Ruth Yarwood, well done.
It'll grow back.
Mandy is one of our mums who lost Sean into October 2021.
Oh boy.
And Shawnee was 26. And
Mel Pugh, you want to be careful. I broke the E-gates with my face when I flew back from Thailand. I'm loving this.
I lost my boy
Stacey Racy said, "I'm loving this."
to suicide in 2016. 2017. Yeah, you're right. And ever since, I ask myself, what could I have done? How could I have anticipated what would happen? What could I have said? Etc., etc. And the reality of it is, not a year before my son passed away, he had a friend who died by suicide, and he was instrumental, my son was instrumental in calling the children from Florida up and telling them what had happened to their father, and helping clean up the mess, both physically and figuratively. And he said to me, if people knew what the families go through when someone they love dies by suicide, they would never do it. And that was my son that said that. And less than a year later, he died by suicide, which says a lot about your state of mind when you're considering a different alternative. And so it's definitely not a rational decision. I believe it's spur of the moment. A couple of hours before it happened, he called down from his workshop and asked us how we were doing. He hadn't seen me in the vegetable garden, and just was checking on us, and okay, we'll see you later, okay. And then 2 hours later he was gone. Police come to our door. So you never know when it's going to happen, and trying to think what I could have or would have or should have said is futile, because really there's nothing that you could have said. I could have perhaps listened more, been open to him talking to me about what he was going through, but you know, hindsight. But we appreciate you tuning in and supporting the cause, because unfortunately I am not in the minority. Okay, Mags, you are looking like a Buddhist monk, my dear. Holy mackerel. Alright, turn sideways, show them the side on view. Yeah, you look like Sinead O'Connor. Woohoo! You're still beautiful.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now we've got some straightening up to do, but they don't need to be here for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to say?
So all I want to say before I sign off, Mandy's saying so sorry, Mama. So all I want to say before I sign off is, just don't be afraid to talk about shit, you know? Have the conversations that you're afraid of, because if I can do this to my head, you can have difficult conversations, all right? So thank you for everybody watching. God knows how I'm going to manage in the cold with this. I have got my Madonna hat though, which fits even better now, doesn't it? Focus. Oh, and if you want to, if you have watched this, please donate to the link below on the Just Giving site. I haven't had, obviously I've not been able to have a look at it since I've been doing this, but I'll probably leave that site live for about a week after or whatever, so maybe you can share it amongst your friends and maybe have a laugh. And yeah, I'll read all the comments after. So thank you so much to Mags for having me here. And Fred, let me just turn this around now. Mwah, my wonderful cousin. Oh, thank you so much. And to Fred, who's cooked for me all week. Thank you so much.
I love you.
I love you. And before I start crying again, I'm gonna leave. Oh my God, look at the hair there. Christ, was that all on my head? So I'll leave you with this beautiful view of their beautiful home and where Adam lays in the croft just through the trees. Thank you very much for watching. Bye all.